The biggest travel risk in 2026 is something far more common, far more accepted, and far more dangerous. It's your boarding pass, your hotel confirmation, your map, your translator, your banking, your communication, your emergency contact, your identity. And for most travelers, it's the only system they rely on. That's a single point of failure. Over 80,000 mobile phones were reported stolen in London alone last year. Think about that for a second. And yet people move through environments like that with their entire system sitting in their pocket, unprotected and unrecoverable. Let's walk this through. You land in a foreign country. Everything is smooth. You move through the airport, into a taxi, heading to your hotel. Somewhere along the way, your phone is lost, stolen, or simply stops working. Now what? Most people think that's inconvenient because what you've actually lost isn't just a device. You've lost access. Access to your documents, access to your money, access to your navigation, access to your contacts, access to your plans. Now you're in an unfamiliar environment, possibly tired, possibly stressed, and trying to make decisions without the system you've been relying on. This is where risk actually shows up, not in the event itself, but in how people respond to it. Over the past 30 years, working in high-risk environments around the world, I've seen this pattern again and again. The hazard is rarely the real problem. It's the loss of control that follows it. And in modern travel, we've quietly built a system where control is centralized in one device. The real question is, what happens when your system fails? Because systems do fail. Devices break, batteries die, networks go down, things get lost, things get stolen. And when that happens, what's your backup? Most travelers don't have one. They've optimized for convenience, not resilience. Prepared travelers think differently. They remove single points of failure. And this is where there's a clear gap. The travel industry is exceptionally good at planning trips. Flights are booked, hotels are confirmed, itineraries are polished. But very little attention is given to what happens when those plans are disrupted. That space between the plan and the reality, that's where risk lives. So if there's one thing to take from this, stop thinking about travel risk as isolated issues and start thinking about it as a system. Because once you do that, you start to see the real vulnerabilities. And more importantly, you start to close them.